Okay. Yeah. Could you please
Introduce myself.
introduce about yourself and then what you do, why you got interested into doing this drone course, and what do you expect? I mean, how do you take this ahead? What is your, goal after doing this course that you want to do?
So, I'm Rahul Dave. I'm a 30-year-old guy, 29-year-old guy, to be precise. Born and brought up in Mumbai.
Okay.
Did my graduation with physics, that is BSc in physics from KJ Somaiya College of Science and Commerce.
Vidya
Later
Vihar?
on,
Vidya Vihar?
yes sir, yes sir.
Oh, great.
Later on, I did my masters in Homeland Security and Anti-Terrorism
Okay.
from National Forensic Sciences University, which is based in Gandhinagar, Gujarat.
Okay.
So basically, I am a security professional, being into the field of security from past 4 years.
Okay.
Right now, I am working as a security consultant in a security consulting firm called Deeping Dolphin.
Okay.
So drone itself is a part of my subject, but it was always been that specialized thing that if you need to get into it, you need to do specialization into it.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
at some point, as a master degree student and as a security professional, which is actually a traditional field as of now.
Right.
So for me as a youngster and who has that capacity to go beyond the traditional thing, I have that appetite and acumen to learn the new upcoming technologies into it and far beyond it. And I'm
Okay.
not considering myself to the security field only.
Okay.
And when I taking this decision that I need to get into drone flying and drone specialization and data analysis, I'm looking far beyond security. If at all I get some opportunity or I see some entry point into it. So that's what it is right now. And my goal right now is, although my there was an opportunity came into my company regarding drone, but at that point nobody was there who was having that specialization in that area.
Right.
So that clicked into my
When was
mind
that?
that
When was that actually?
actually that this happened 6 months back,
Okay. Okay.
because there was a tendering going on for the Kumbh Mela.
Okay. Yeah. 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 So IG drone got it.
They had a very large requirement for that.
Correct. Correct.
So our company was targeting to get a project out of it, but eventually we lack of that resources to provide that level of thing. But
Hmm.
that clicked into my mind कि यार ये चीज ऐसी है कि इसमें जाने लायक है एंड डेफिनेटली आगे ऐसा इसका फ्यूचर है ही. Then why not? It is I am a youngster and it is time for me to do a specialization and get into something where I
Hmm.
can call myself a specialist person
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
in a drone itself.
Right.
So this is the goal. Actually, the requirement came into it, and I felt that I need to upgrade myself. So that's the ultimate goal right now.
Definitely. Definitely.
And I am open for new kind of work also, like geoinformatics scenarios, or I can say the industrial inspection or something like that. Since I have a physics background, so I'm not considering myself to the security only.
Very good. You actually, I would say that you have reached to a right place. Okay. So let me tell you, I'm doing my PhD in geoinformatics, and I too have a background from physics. So I too is a BSc MSc in physics, and I have been, involved with the IT industry for almost like 20 22 years. And last 2 years, I just shifted myself from IT to now aviation or drone industry, and been involved into different kind of projects related to drone. And currently, I mean, last year only I got the admission in the PhD. So I'm doing my PhD from Symbiosis University in geoinformatics
From Pune.
from Pune. Yes.
Okay. Congratulations for that, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. So, I mean, we can, I mean, we can collaborate and we can do lot many things in definitely in near future. I mean, it would be a really great engagement where we can complement each other and probably think of doing something together, or having something worked out. So it will be beneficial for both of us, as well as you will definitely gain a lot of things which you envisioned that, okay, not only from security, not from drone, not only, but the basically the approach and to see the world or the problems or the solutions what is required from all the aspects, that is what more important, which will
Sure,
help
sir,
you
sure.
to gain whatever you knowledge you gathered, whatever the experience you gathered. If you are able to put it up into some good cause, that would definitely help you to go ahead and leap forward, something like that. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Thanks, Rahul, for that quick introduction, and looking forward for next 2 days engaged on the course. So
Even I am looking forward to it, sir.
yeah, before I give my introduction, how did you come to know about this course? I mean, from where you got the information about the Bombay Flying Club? Did you, I mean,
The
you?
Bombay Flying Club, when I was doing my bachelor's, na, so I had that thing in my mind that I was exploring the career paths back then.
Okay, okay,
So aviation was one of it, and naturally Bombay Flying Club is something that when the aviation or civil aviation things comes in, uh, it's a natural name that will come first in the list.
correct,
So
correct.
I was aware of it, but the moment back 6 months back, when I started researching for the drone training programs and the drone trainers,
Uh-huh.
where I came up with Bombay Flying Club's name into it.
Okay.
So I just jumped into it कि नहीं यार बॉम्बे फ्लाइंग क्लब है तो फिर करना ही पड़ेगा इसमें से.
Right, right, right. So, welcome to DGCA Remote Pilot Certificate course. This is a drone pilot course for small class rotorcraft VLOS. Okay, small class means this is a class in which this particular drone falls, on which we are going to get trained. This is the class where maximum, I would say, 95% of the drones today flying across the world falls in this class. Okay, so this is a class which compromise of a wider and bigger range of drones, I would say, different types of drone and for different applications. Okay, then you have different classes over the the next module will tell you in detail about it. Then we talked about rotorcraft. Okay, since it's a drone, we call it as a rotorcraft. And currently, as per the regulations, we are supposed to fly the drone under VLOS condition, that is visual line of sight. Okay, so that's why this course is small class rotorcraft VLOS. All these parameters would come on your RPC or remote pilot certificate or license. So when you show the license, people will come to know that you are trained for a small class rotorcraft VLOS drone. Okay, that's what it's about. The introduction about this course.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see the history of Bombay Flying Club. So, welcome to Bombay Flying Club. It is established in 1928. The Bombay Flying Club stands as India's premier aviation institute, recognized and approved by the Director General of Civil Aviation. Okay, Government of India, New Delhi. So right now it is all these things, but we started the club when there was nothing. Even I would say the rules were not there or regulations were not there. That point in time, the Bombay Flying Club actually was established, and as we rightly say that it's the birthplace of aviation in India. Okay, so you see the renowned late Mr. J.R.D. Tata, the father of Indian aviation, was first to even obtain the license, pilot license from the Bombay Flying Club, and he actually flew the aircraft from Karachi to Mumbai and landed on Juhu Aerodrome. Okay, where we actually train our pilots currently. Also, the pilot has been trained at Juhu Airport as well as Dule Airport. Okay, so we have trained a lot of people in the aviation, civil aviation, like captains, engineers with leading domestic and international airlines. like Indian Airlines, Air India, Sahara, Jet Airways, Singapore Airlines, and many more to just to name. So that's the just small history, but it has a very wide range of I would say rich history from the perspective of whatever we have trained and all the things. So as being as the first flying club in country, similarly in 2018-19, when actually this drone world was becoming more prominent, people were talking about drones. I'm talking from an India perspective, okay, though the momentum has already started a couple of years back, like 2015 2016 in US and Canada, Europe, all those locations. But India started in 2018, okay. So that is the time when we also since being a premier aviation education provider or trainer, FTO, okay. So Bombay Flying Club also is or was, I would say, the first RPTO, okay, to obtain a approval from DGCA to conduct a drone training. So we started initially with other types of drone, because that time the rules were not so set up, or there were no clarity was there. There was some document was released by the government of India under the DGCA. We'll see in the when we learn about how actually these rules and regulations came into the picture. That is the time when we started drone flying course as an opportunity. So even in a similar to the aviation world or flying the aircraft, even in the drone world, I would say we were the first to obtain the approval from the DGCA. Okay, that's the how we started the drone segment also along with the aircraft flying for Mumbai Flying Club. Okay, and just for my introduction, Mangesh Sutar is actually the accountable manager and the chief drone pilot instructor for you. And I have drone pilot, small, medium class, and also being an IT project manager. I'm a certified DGCA drone pilot and instructor for small and medium RPAS. I have 22 plus years of experience in IT project management, so I'm already a PMP certified, PFMP certificate.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. Even I am a PMP certified professional.
Wow, that's great. So I think our wives definitely will match up, and then we have lot of things to share among ourselves.
Sure, sir.
When did you complete your PMP?
In 2021.
Wow. Okay, that's the COVID time.
Yes, just after the COVID thing.
Okay, okay. Being expert in UAE operations and training, like agriculture, power line inspection. I mean, I have done a lot of different types of projects where we actually flew drones for agricultural activities, power line inspections, and all. Being MS in physics, enhancing technical proficiency in drone technology, and then lot many things, other thing. Being a physics, you think or you see the world from a different perspective. If you can apply your knowledge and your understanding of physics, then
Sure, sir.
all the things. As I said, I am already pursuing my PhD in geoinformatics under computer science from Symbiosis International University. I have developed a lot of RPTO's proposals. Like one of the Bombay Flying Club, as I said, we were actually the first RPTO was established in India. Our initial operation was conducted at Dhule Airport. Okay, so Dhule Airport, we do flying for students for aircraft, as well as we had a drone training also. But there is a challenge over there that if you are flying an aircraft, you can't fly the drones, and when you are flying a drone, then aircraft cannot fly. So that was one of the challenge what we see, and there it was impacting a lot of schedule, and the time consumed for travel to Dhule from Mumbai was enormous. Like it took almost 6 hours to travel from Mumbai to Dhule. So one day is gone for going, one day was gone in the coming. So then the remaining 2 days or 3 days, whatever flying, in that also we had a challenge where we have to get a schedule from a busy aircraft flying trainings. So that pushed us back, saying that okay, let's see of some independent location. So that's how we started almost a year back. Bombay Flying Club was looking for, setting up a new base specifically from the drone flying, which will be independent and which will be in a like a green zone where you do not envision any kind of challenge. You can freely fly the drone as much as possible the way you want. Okay, and that's how we got this Igatpuri new base set up. It took almost for us more than 5 months to work with DGCA very closely, and a lot of documentation, lot of approvals, lot of compliance, uh, and developing the entire curriculum as per the DGCA syllabus, or the whatever they have defined into their documents. So after almost a hard work of 5 months, we got our approval just on 30th of December 2024. So we were, New Year was like a really welcoming for us, and then we immediately started our operations. Since then, we are just right now we are engaged and looking forward for training more and more students. I mean, since we started now our promotions, and reaching out to a lot of colleges and organizations have approached to us. Like recently, we were talking with Punjab Police also. The Punjab Police has set up a UAE department. Okay, and they want one of their like a batch, first batch of 10 police uh, people to come down to Igatpuri and get them trained probably in mid of April or maybe early May or something like that. Okay, so that's how. Then we have other organized, like there are some colleges who also wanted to get their students to be trained. And so rather having a classroom in Mumbai, we have a very big classroom set up in Igatpuri itself. Okay, so which can accommodate more than 50 people at a time also. So that good
Okay,
infrastructure, whatever we have got it. Wherever possible, we are also, I mean, the students from Mumbai who, unnecessary traveling and this and that. So we keep ourselves, training people also online. Recently, we did a batch for a evening classes also.
flying.
Like, yeah, no, not flying, evening theory classes.
Okay,
So
okay,
we were the first who to start. I mean, for professionals, there are a lot of people who say that taking a leave for 5 days is little bit difficult and all the things. So we have started a evening batch also. So once in a month we conduct evening batches also for those professionals who are unable to spend 5 days at a stretch and all that things. So we completed last week only. We completed one of the batch from that, and people were able to successfully complete their training within a time frame, and with lot of good sessions to take back. Okay, so basically, I'm committed to advancing drone technology and training the next generation of UAE professionals. So I'm looking forward, within this year to at least trained more than 300 professionals or 300 students. That's what I have set a target. So 300 students is the target for this 2025. The day we actually got our approval. So it's almost a day one student each. So 365 days, 300 students, something like that. So so that's what we have set a target for ourselves, that okay, we'll train at least 300 students in this year, and then take ahead the next goal or something. Like parallelly, we are working on setting up the agriculture spraying segment also for us, because whatever the students get trained from us, probably we could give them some opportunity in that segment also, so where they can work as a pilot, or they can work on a freelance basis also. Like it could not be not necessary every time they will be occupied or employed through us, but as on when required, if all the people who are available as they get trained, and they can do our activities on freelance basis also as on when required and based on the availability. So that's how we want to build this, not only from a training perspective but also from a future job or opportunity perspective also. We are committed, so that maximum training what we provide to the students is really utilized. I mean, I don't want students just come and do the training and what next, nothing. I mean, people just leave there. So we are actually, like, even a past students whosoever has been trained by us even earlier, before me, the person who was actually training. So we are trying to reach those students also and see that where do they stand today. Okay, so we have seen lot many good people have students have got good opportunities into the drone world, and some has become professionals like surveillance or monitoring kind of activity, and then some has joined a couple of organization where they are actually building the drones or training all segments also of their division and all that things. So far, not necessarily all the students we have trained has been able to do it, but as industry is new and things, there are too many things to explore and lot of changes happening almost every day and new things are coming up. So I would say it will take some time to really establish this industry as of now, and become a leader. That's what our government also envisioned, that we want to be a global drone hub. uh, India as a global drone hub by 2030. Okay, so that we are carrying the same vision and mission, so that we can contribute to that uh, goal, and whatever we can contribute, so that people are able to scale up and adopt more and more about drones. Like we are promoting agriculture drones, we are promoting drones for power line towers or telecom towers, or even windmill inspections kind of thing, or solar panel inspection. So wherever, it's not, see, initially we are not looking from a perspective that how much profit, how much money you earn. We are more looking from adopting or doing things in a right way. Of course, we had failures where failures or challenges or all things, but every time we see failure or challenges as a learning experience for us, and then we say, okay, never this, we will move forward, see how better we can do it, not today but tomorrow or day after tomorrow, whatever the the way we do it. So that's the introduction about the Bombay Flying Club and myself. Okay, so these are the some of the opportunities what I can see. These are some of.
Just a second to interrupt you. Actually, my laptop has started now.
Okay, okay.
So can I join it from that?
Yeah, yeah, you can switch. Yeah, yeah.
Please accept my request, and I'm leaving from here. Will
No
that be
problem.
fine?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely fine. No problem. Once you join from the laptop, let me know.
Yes, sir. Actually, it is still lagging.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. I've asked you to join.
Yeah. You can see the screen right now.
Not yet, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I can see now.
Okay. So as we talked about the introduction of the Bombay Flying Club and myself, the introduction.
Yes.
we see that whatever the future lies, there are different opportunities as a drone pilot, be it in agriculture, be it in shipping, parcel delivery, mapping, land surveying, food supply, insurance claims, infrastructure management, construction inspection. What do you think about which industry would be more in forefront in adopting the drone technology or drone as an application? Which industry or
As
segment?
of now, I am seeing that I think the drone mapping, the
Hmm.
GIS aspect of it is very strong.
Right.
Apart from that, 6 months back, I had a pleasure to represent my company at a business expo
Okay.
where it was basically the Clean India Expo,
Okay.
where I saw a company who was trying to penetrate the market of India through facade cleaning drones.
Okay.
Those are the, I think they were the big drones.
Mm-hmm.
Still, we have that licensing issue going on, but if that comes into the market, that will play a huge role.
Correct.
Probably the facade cleaning industry itself will get fully transformed because of that.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
Because the way I saw them demonstrating that thing, it was way too sophisticated and way too efficient.
Right. 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 So basically, people think that agriculture drone, since everywhere we heard a lot of even government of India, like Namo drone, Lakpati Didi, and drone Didi now, what we talk about. A lot of schemes have come to promote more of the drone adaptation, especially from the farmers or from the agriculture's perspective. People think that drone is more been adopted into the agriculture segment and all thing, but still agriculture is number two segment, or it's number two industry. The
Okay.
first industry is actually the infrastructure management, okay, or in the infrastructure segment, be it operations, constructions, be it mapping, land surveying, or like monitoring of towers, like power line towers, telecom towers, windmills, your solar farms, bridges, roads, in construction. So all this comes under the infrastructure. So
I'm quite
infrastructure,
surprised because I was thinking that number one would be the filmmaking and videography.
that is three. That is on third. The
Okay.
aerial photography and the videography comes the third. Okay. Yes, of course, there are a lot of people who are actually adopted, but currently that segment is being ruled by like a small drones, like
Okay.
DJI drones and all those things, where you really don't see a professional drones used for photography or videography. I mean, that still, that level has to come up. We're still doing, like the small drones and trying to capture videos and photos and all the things. But that's still, I would say it is just a 10% or 15-17% what I see. Okay. But you are almost more than 50-54% is infrastructure. Then you have a drone used in agriculture could be around 35%, and then 15% in aerial photography. So that's how, and remaining is all about the others like supply. Then comes the supply. Fourth is the supply part. Still, we have a very long way to go into this segment about the supply, because a lot of organizations are now in a testing phase, like you see Zomato or delivery, or people trying to test the drones for supplying from one location to location two within the city, or maybe already government has released a lot of rules and regulations and documentation with that perspective, and helping people to see how this segment, because as of now, as we said, that we are getting trained under VLOS condition, that is visual line of sight, whereas supply chain or other type of drones would require something called as BVLOS. Okay, so that is beyond visual line of sight. So that norms has not come, or those regulations has not yet been released, but it is said that within next 3 to 6 months, even those would come into the uh, adaptation for people and start. So government is looking forward, because there are a lot of other things, not only setting up the regulations, but there is a challenge from the infrastructure perspective. Like for example, you may be staying, let's say
Security issues. That's what.
security issues, as well as I mean the transition, because you are not seeing the drone yourself. You may be sitting somewhere and you're remotely trying to see seeing it physically is one aspect, and seeing it remotely is another aspect. And then there could be a challenges. I mean, people, when they see something flying and they don't know who is flying and all the things, sometimes people try to either do some damage to that kind of device and all the thing, which could be a catastrophic kind of thing or another thing. So people needs to be trained, adopted. People should make awareness also has to be created. So, and then again set up, like infrastructure setup. Like if you're sending a drone from, let's say, a location like Borivali or something, and let's say it has to go to Thane. So within that area, how all these logistics or transportations or readiness from the infrastructure, in readiness from the people understanding and all that things, plus other unseen challenges which we do
Understood.
not know. So that is still to figure it out. And globally, if you see in US, Australia, European countries, where they have already started parcel deliveries and these things through the drones, but again, that's still not so big as of now, because they are also trying to set up, they are also trying to learn, understand, and they are modifying their operations as they see every day, or see the different types of challenges coming through their way and all that things. Okay, so
Understood.
medical supplies there, or parcel deliveries there, or probably kind of a first, like in disaster management also, all these things will come into the picture. So probably people think that this industry, the supply industry, would, or supply segment, would take up a major chunk of the drone industry in near future. Okay, and then we are talking about people traveling within the city or from one city to another city in drone taxis and all the things. Okay, or probably like now, says Mumbai airport is going to have a second airport in June operational. Okay, so people going from Mumbai to that airport, though we have a good infrastructure of traveling by car and all the things, but still traffic jams and all the things could be a challenging. But the drone taxi, just which can take you from location A to the airport probably in 15-20 minutes, will be another game changer or operation. Like we have seen this been tested in Bangalore also, like drone taxi moving people from city to the Kempagowda airport and that too of cost of almost like very cheap, like 2,500 rupees, where you can save a time, where you need to spend 3 hours in traffic. Here you can do in just 30 minutes kind of thing. So that would be really helpful. Okay, then we talk about city surveillance is one of the things. Like you've seen that in Kumbh Mela, drone was used for monitoring or seeing the crowd, and making sure that things are under control and nothing. Crowd monitoring is there. And of course the aerial photography, the movie filming and all the things. Now every movie I see, or whatever we see, not only the camera on the ground, but maximum even footage is done by the aerial things, and gives a different perspective of seeing that particular scene. And it add a lot of depth or a perspective to that particular scene or that particular shot, I would say. Okay, defense is also one of the segment which has taken up drone in a big way. We have seen everyday news that Indian government or Indian army, or be it air force or even navy, adopting those. We have purchased some drones from US also, like Predator drones and other things. So, and been deployed on our borders, like Ladakh and even on the China borders. And the last, probably I would say, forest department has also adopted, because forest land is a big land and it's very difficult to manage because you do not have a boundary. Actually, forest doesn't have a boundary. So managing, controlling the wildlife, as well as encroachment from the people on the boundary, is very big challenge for them. So drone has come a very big in help to them, so that they can actively monitor the wildlife movements, as well as the human encroachment into the forest area and all. So these are, I mean, this is just a small, I would say, opportunities what we see or currently people are looking forward, but this will definitely become many folds in near future. I mean, we still do not know where and what drones could be useful in near future. Like I would say, currently the drone industry is at the same juncture when computers were introduced in 1980s. So when computers were introduced in 1980s, people were thinking what how this could be useful for normal people or household people kind of thing. But then you see now today the computers have reached almost every house. Every house at least have some other device. Even your mobile is as good as today's mini computers kind of thing. Like it has so much power, compute, memory or storage kind of thing. It's so from that perspective, even the mobile you can think like your computer only. I mean, we do lot many things on the mobile, rather going into laptop or tablet or even computer. So similarly, drone I see down the line it will touch almost everybody's life and it will become a mainstream of our day to day most of the activities. I mean, delivery to photography to whatnot. I mean, we just have to think where it could be useful and all that. I mean, healthcare also has started adopting drones for very critical deliveries of medical supplies or even organ transplant or organ delivery part also. Okay, so that's just a quick introduction, and let's begin with the topic about stakeholder laws and the basic drone rules 2021. So, any questions you have so far?
Not yet, sir.
Okay, so let's
Everything
see.
is clear up till now.
Yeah, great. So, let's see the schedule what we have, how we are placed. You must have seen the schedule what I've shared.
Yes, yes. Yesterday evening you sent that to me.
Actually, yesterday I was actually having a discussion on the setting up the agricultural spraying thing for us. So that discussion, we initially thought it could be a 30-45 minute discussion. It went for almost 2.5 hours. So since it got lengthened up, reaching home and was a lot of challenge in the evening. So it got delayed. Normally, I send this most of the time in the evening by 5, 6 p.m. so that students are ready and aware of what is. So we'll start our day one with stakeholders and their laws, drone rules 2021. Then we'll have a quick tea break and then basic principles of flight, ATC procedures. Then we'll have a lunch break between 1:30 to 2:30. Then we'll touch with the important topic of the aircraft, fixed wing rotorcraft. These are, I mean, since we are getting trained on the rotorcraft operations and aerodynamics, this is the most important topic. And then we again have a tea break, and then we touch base with the last topic, that is the hybrid operations, and probably end our day with question answers if you have any questions answers to and then tomorrow we again start 10 o'clock with weather and meteorology. That's a major topic again. How to see, though uh, it doesn't affect much of the drone flying currently because still we are flying and we are lost condition. But this will come into a big way when we are actually flying in VVLOS conditions because when I'm in front, I know what is the weather in my area. Okay, but I do not know 100 kilometers far what kind of weather or how the things would be there. So in that
Understood.
scenario, I need to understand the weather and anticipate or have the plan B or emergency plans and all things. Then we talk about the drone equipment maintenance, risk assessment, and then lunch break. Then again we talk about payload installation and utilization, introduction to drone data and analysis, tea break, and then lastly we'll touch on the digital sky platform. So that's the platform or the website where actually drones are.
That DGCA platform, right?
Yeah, DGCA platform. So we will though we'll be having a complete overview of the platform at this session, but as we progress, we start from drone rules 2021 from the first topic itself, we'll be actually talking on the digital sky platform also parallelly. So We'll not wait for the last session. I mean, this is just an add-on session. This is not a part of the session from the theory topic. This topic is supposed to be conducted on day 3. Uh, but I would say that, that the moment we start learning about drone, that's the platform also parallelly we should know. And next 5 days or next 2 days plus 3 days of your flying, we will be seeing, and we'll be seeing how this platform is helpful, or what are the functions and options available which are part of the drone flying.
Understood.
So this is the overall schedule. Day 3, when we reached Igatpuri, we'll have a theory test on that day. Okay, so maybe once we reach Igatpuri, we'll initially have a summary session of these 2 days, whatever we covered in these 2 days, uh, physically in front of us. Like, we'll be running through a session of 45 minutes where we'll summarize everything. I mean, whatever you see in day 1, from stakeholder loss till introduction to drone data analysis, all these things will be summarized. And then probably on day 3, according to the schedule and all things, we will have a test which will enable to understand like how much you have understood and grasped about the knowledge about the theory part. Once we complete our theory, then we go for a simulator session, then drone equipment maintenance, battery charging, all that things. That's something
Practicals.
that we will be ending our day 3. And then day 4 and day 5 is completely flying. I mean, we'll be on the field. We'll be making sure that drones have been ready one day prior with the battery charging and everything. And then day 4, day 5 is completely about flying and all that things. Okay, so that's how we are. So before that, whatever the prerequisites from the theory, from the practical standpoint, like simulator is also one of the important role, because that gives you a complete overview of how practically the drones you are actually flying in the field. You can do all those mistakes in simulator segment, and test out, so that you don't do any wrong thing when you are actually flying a drone. Because drone, though they are flying and all the thing, we have to be very careful and cautious when we are flying. We have to see from the safety, security, as well as we have to make sure that we don't damage a drone, or that no issue happens with the drone when we are flying. So whatever the procedures are required, we will be imparting you as on when required, and seeing that you understand that. So ideally, as I said, we normally take 2 students in a batch, minimum 2 students. The reason why is there because, like, we have a procedure like where we say that 2 students is like pilot co-pilot kind. So when you are flying, your second person or the buddy is actually a co-pilot for you, and he is actually a observer as well as like a guide to you at that point in time. He's seeing that whether you are doing things rightly or not, and vice versa. When he is flying, you become the co-pilot, and you comprehend with him. So that's what we have seen. Rather, a single person flying a drone, 2 people when they are flying a drone together, they will be like comprehending each other, and doing things more effectively, and learning becomes very interesting. As well as we have seen, people are able to learn more, or they are able to do things more when they are as a team, 2 people working of a common activity or common goal. I think a lot of time we are seeing when there is a solo person doing or flying the drone, uh, he lot of time ignores, or a lot of time he hesitates. That's what we have seen. Okay, nevertheless, don't worry, since we do not have a second person as of now. I mean, I would be your buddy at that point in time when nobody is there, or in case we are able to get any one more person to join the batch and thing. During the flying, you may have a buddy also. If not there, I am your buddy at that point in time. So you do the flying, and I will comprehend with you of all the learning and all that.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's start with the topic. So first topic is stakeholders and their laws. So here we are actually introducing you how actually the drone industry have started adopting about the rules and regulations, and then I think by mistake it got disconnected. Okay. Let me know once you see the screen.
Yes, sir. I'm seeing that screen.
I mean the presentation part.
Acha, okay. Presentation. Okay.
Okay, so I'll off now my video. I mean, if you also want to off your video, you can do that because we'll unnecessarily not consume
Okay, sir.
transferring our pictures